What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster 2, and welcome to Fantasia. We have been doing a bit of work in the background to kickstart our Viking theme. So our last episode tackled Pirate area, and we had a brand new Pirate Cove area with lots of pirate-themed props, scenery, with a boat ride, and also a pirate ship. And today's episode, we're going to focus on our Viking themed area. And I'm planning to add a massive hypercoaster which will be themed around Vikings. But I'm going to show you what we've been up to. So I was just checking out the slide over here and people are having fun. So I thought we'll start off just showing you how popular this area is now. And our park is thriving, which is always good. So let's zoom out, have a look at our park here. Our pool area is thriving, and this was our pirate themed area. I still haven't managed to get any people down to the pirate ship. It's just not that popular. I can't seem to force people to go on it. There's only 3 people there, look. And they're waiting for more people to come on board, but there's no one in the queue apart from this family here. Okay, well, I might end up changing that like I mentioned in the last episode. But our boat ride is doing well. Our Pirate Cove is very popular, which is always nice to see. And I did mention that I'd add a few things around here to spruce it up. But in today's episode, I want to focus on our Viking themed area. But quickly just check into our Pirate Cove. Yeah, all is well. Nothing seems to be out of order, so we're good. We are definitely good here. So let's check out what I've been up to. Okay, I'm gonna go over to this side, and we've got a path extended all the way around the volcano. Just over here I have built something of a Viking entrance. It was something that we picked up from one of the blueprints, and just listen to this. That's sure to get everyone in the mood. So we've got our guests who will be walking through our Artemis roller coasters on the right here, and then we'll walk through this bit, which will lead us on to our Viking themed area. And what I've done is I've already built a river rapids. Look at this. I mean, there's no one in the queue yet, but the ride is full, which is always nice to see. These people are just waiting to get off. But this Viking-themed river rapids kind of runs through the volcano, and then you've got a giant drop. So through the volcano, round the pool, and then we've got a bit of a lake going, and this is where the big drop comes in. And I have added a few Viking boats here as well. We'll add to it. We'll continue working on this area as well as and when we go along. Check this out. In the tunnel there, you've got a lost shrine. Can you hear that? I mean, I've got music. There we go. Yeah, it's just a faint hint of music in the background there. So yeah, I tried to do a lost shrine or a temple with runes here, some statues, and then you've got a tunnel going all the way out. And then we've got a nice little waterfall here as well. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? I love this area. And then we've got a little tunnel with the water, and then all the way across here. So we've done a bit of a bridge here as well. I think I'm going to try and build a path here so guests can actually walk on top of it and through it. That will be a nice little place for them to take pictures. And I might do water jets so people can shoot at the boat, something like this. Look. Yeah, I might move that over on the other side actually. Let's see what we can do. So let's just move that over to the bridge. I think we can do something crazy with this. You know those things that you have like water cannons in theme parks where people kind of shoot water at the guests down below. This is kind of what I was aiming for. I'm just gonna move it around here. I think it will look a lot nicer over on this side. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So you've got a nice little few water jets coming out of the bridge there. There we go. So that's sure to soak everyone up. And let's move this one. Right, so let's carry on showing you our Viking area. And then we've got our restaurant over here, also themed around the Vikings. And then it kind of loops us back round to the ride, our River Rapids ride, which is where the exit is. And what I was thinking was just adding to this area and then maybe add a roller coaster. I don't want to mess around too much with what we've already got going, but what I'll do is I'll add a few stalls. So if I go on custom and let's go with food first. So what can we have here? We've got chief beef, we already have sushi. Let's do a sushi counter in the Viking area. Why not? Let's do that and see how this looks. It's going to be weird, but we can always add things to it. I mean, it'll be weird, just like a standalone thing, but it doesn't look too bad. Can we change the color? The red's a bit too aggressive. I don't think we can. Okay, no worries. Let's just open it up. And what else do I want to add? So we've got our sushi bar. Can we add a pizza pair? Ooh, let's go for a vegan counter. I don't think we've got one of those yet. And I do want to have vegan options for our vegan guests because it's the right thing to do. There we go. And then shall we get some drinks? Let's go ahead and maybe add a gulpy soda counter. Ooh, do you know what? We don't have a coffee counter. We don't have coffee in the park, so I think this will be perfect. Although it's Viking area, but we've got some sort of sophistication going on over here with some nice sushi, vegan options, and a coffee shop. There we go. Open this up. Right, so it kind of gives us that Viking village feel, doesn't it? You know, you've got these stalls. They might get crowded. I might actually move this slightly to the right there because I reckon it will get quite crowded, and I guess they're not going to be able to fit around there. So let's just move this here. There we go. Can you go back to your shift, please, sir? Come on. Right, he's just standing there. Okay. Well, there we go. He's going back to his post now. Right, and then move the vegan bit. Counter here. There we go. I think that we'll just make sure that we don't end up crowding or overcrowding this area. This is meant to be open. Right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to encourage people to come to this area, and it acts as our mini village. We might add shops here as well. But look how cool this looks. Don't you guys agree? I mean, this whole restaurant bit. Look at that, you know, fire pits going. People walking through the fire. It's all kicking off. It's all happening. And then you've got the rapids here, which is still... Oh, is it shut? Is there something wrong with this? I wonder what's happened. No, it's open. But for some reason, no one's coming off the ride. I wonder why. Is it because they need to, I don't know, shift one along? I don't know. Right. Yeah, you guys just stay put. It's fine. Just enjoy the scenery. Look at the station. Isn't that cool? Right. Okay. We'll leave them there. Let's see if it sorts itself out. If not, then I might have to shut the ride and reopen it. Okay. So we've got a lot of people coming this way, which is good. Our park is looking absolutely amazing. And what I want to do now is I want to build a hypercoaster. And I think I might do it somewhere around here just to make this area more busy and fill out the gaps. Or we can do one here. I think we've got more space for a station here than over here, to be fair. So let's go ahead and make a hypercoaster over on this side. I think yeah, I'll have a path going this way and then a station this way. And then maybe the coaster will go over the volcano area. Let's see what options we've got. So if I go into coasters and create custom, I want something cool and fast. So we might look at launched coasters. There's so many options here. I mean, look at that. Vector sit down four-seater. Like the airplane doesn't actually fit the theme, does it? So we kind of want something with a Viking feel to it. You've got water coasters here. You know, there's always an option for a log flume, but I think I need a fast coaster just to get the guests in the mood, essentially. We could do. Ooh, I was thinking that. Look, we could potentially do a. Where did it go? There, a mine. A vector swaying mine train. So we could potentially have like something like Lord of the Rings, you know, Mines of Moria, where the dwarves used to live. So like a mine coaster going through some tunnels, and it could be a dark underground mining coaster, essentially with lots of Viking scenery. That's always an option. We might do that separately. I think I am set on building a hypercoaster, so I do want something fast and crazy. But we just need to look at some options here. Something that fits the theme, I think. At the moment, I can't see anything that might. What's this? High Peaks Construction Wooden Hybrid Steel Rail. That's interesting. And then all of this is just basically racing cars. Okay, what else? We've got alternate lifts. These are always cool. That looks like a snake or a python, doesn't it? Okay, I think I'm going to go for this one. Valet and Nidvalden Inverted Flying. It's not exactly Viking themed, but I think we can do something around theming the station probably, and just to make it look like or fit the theme of this area. So this one, right? It's slightly different. It kind of it's like a flying coaster. So you know, you kind of lie down upside down on it to give you the illusion of flying, and I think it looks very interesting. So let's go ahead and go with this, and we'll see how it looks. So I'm gonna build the station somewhere around here. So let's do this, and then even more vertical. Wow, that's gonna be crazy. Right, let's take it up as high as we can. This is gonna be a hypercoaster for sure. If I just look at it from this angle, yeah, that's crazy. That's high enough, I think. Maybe one more. Right. Yay. This is gonna be so scary. I'm gonna just test it whilst we're building it as well, because I don't want to build something and then redo the whole thing because it's too scary. Right, let's bring it round now, and then we can do a drop here. Let's go. A bit more. Down like this. Yay. Wow, okay, we're going for something really crazy here, guys. And then we can do something else. So straighten that up a little bit more. I kind of want it to go round the volcano. And what else can we do here? Okay, wow, that is epic. Can I just do a small one, maybe? A small loop? Something like this? Right, let's just go ahead and do that anyway, and then we can figure out what else we can do. Nice, right. And straighten it up more. I think I'm going to extend the track here if I can. And then, can we do something crazy here? Something wild? Any more pretzels? Or maybe something like... Oh, no, that's too crazy. Way too crazy. Should we do a loop here? Right, let's do a loop here. Kind of goes back on itself there. I don't want that. I want a loop going the other way so we kind of don't have to make too many adjustments. This is nice. Is there one going the other way? Yeah, I think that might actually work. Let's do that. And then turn it. The only problem is, though, I might need to go over to the left before we can connect it to the station. Another crazy loop? Nah. These pretzels are amazing. So I might just do one more of this. Right, perfect. Okay, and then hopefully we can bring it round and connect it. Can I do it now? Yeah, no, that's too much of a sharp turn. I think we want to extend it a little bit more. Does this work? Yes it does. Okay, right. I'm going to confirm it and then we're going to test it and see what the damage is, right? So let's smooth out the tracks as much as we can. I want to do this side as well. It's all about smoothing and making it as nice as possible for the guests to be able to ride it. You don't want bumpy tracks, you know what I mean? Okay, right. I'm gonna change the color now because it's the green. I just don't like this green. It's really annoying me. There we go. I do like the white. I definitely do. Maybe white and brown. Add a bit of purple in. I love purple. There we go. And then supports can be white as well, I think. Or brown. Brown is too dark. It's not as nice, is it? Let's go with, I think, either purple or white. I do like this light purple as well. And white supports. There we go, guys. I think that should do it. Now we're going to open it up to testing and see what this looks like. Over the river there. Right, let's see what the damage is then. Come on. Ooh. Too scary, guys. This is far too scary. Okay, right. Back to the drawing board then. I'm going to make a few adjustments just to make it less scary and more exciting. And we're back. So I didn't manage to complete our original roller coaster. I had to kind of get rid of it all and redo it completely. So the original plan was to have the roller coaster going around or at least closer to the volcano, but the design and everything else just wasn't working for me. So what we've done is we've done a complete coaster right at the back of the volcano, and doesn't that look amazing? Look how huge it is. And the best part of it is, check this. So I have tested it, and if you go into testing, look at that, 6.55 excitement and 4.55 fear. I can live with that. And also prestige, look at that. So originally when I opened it, it was 5 stars, but I think obviously over time it does kind of deteriorate in terms of maintenance and everything else. So it's close to, I mean, it's 4 stars. I can't complain, and I'm happy with the results. So check this out. We are going to take a ride. I have opened the ride. I'm just waiting for guests to build up. There's a massive queue area because I think it's going to be one of those popular rides. So we're going to wait for this to fill up, make sure it's up and running and lots of guests are hopping on, and then we will take a ride so I can show you what we've managed to accomplish. Look at this though. Doesn't that look amazing? True hypercoaster that we were aiming for. So now what I'm going to do is, oh, I forgot to show you this bit as well. So that's the another entrance to the Viking area over from the left. So we've got that on the right here, sort of like a shrine temple look. And then we've got a mini archway with Viking statues. over on this side. So you've got two entrances leading to the Viking area. I want to go back to this area though. I kind of wanted to make a courtyard with guests chilling, hanging out. I think we're going to add a few benches around on this side. So let's see what we can do. If I go on scenery and benches, I kind of want a Viking themed area. But before I do that, well, Viking themed benches. But before I do that, I want to just sort out these paths because I'm not happy with it. And let's go ahead and delete these here because they just look terrible. Okay, I've managed to have a workaround. It kind of looks odd, but I think it doesn't look too bad. If I've added some rails, as you can see, and it kind of acts now like a platform. And if we were to now build a few benches here, I think that would be brilliant. So let's go and have a look in Viking themed benches, scenery theme, and then go into Vikings. There we go. Okay, so we've got two options. We've got this one, not too bad, kind of looks like a boat, and then this one, also not too bad. I think since we are near the river rapids, why don't we go for the boat? So if I have these sort of lined up in the corner here, I think that might just look nice. And you've got this platform which doesn't look too bad, I think. It's you know, kind of acts like a little bit of a vista point, something the guests can stand around and watch the river rapids go, watch the Artemis there in the background, and then you've also got the new roller coaster that we've done. I haven't named it yet. We might call it, I don't know, Odin's Flight or something, because it is a flying coaster. So we've got a few benches down. Let's have a look at some bins. I think this might do the trick. Add a couple of these here. Perfect. And what I was thinking was to have something of a feature in the middle. Something like a, I don't know, water fountain, or there must be something that we can already use. We've got this. What is this? Ooh, that's huge. Right, that's kind of taking up the whole platform. We don't want that. We want something small. That's also too big. Look at that. Crazy looking fountain though. Do we have anything small? So we've got this. It's kind of like a blacksmith. Right, what else do we have to play with? We've got this. See, these are all huge. And I kind of want something smaller. So I don't know what else we can put here. I mean, this is nice as well. And you've got another one, kind of like a windmill. These will act as shelves for the shops, which I will add here, maybe on this side. Right, so if I was to create a custom one, there is quite a few things we can do. Let's go ahead with the rune look. I was really into this. So if I just do something like this in the middle, I bring it down ever so slightly. There we go, and then maybe have one on the side there. It's not going to have any, you know, meaning to it. It's just random bits. We can just pretend that this is part of an old temple or a shrine that has been lost to us. Let's rotate this slightly. There we go. And then what else can we do? Smaller ones? Oh, these are huge. Yeah, this looks nice. So let's have this over here. And do we want to add this as well? I think that would look perfect. So I just want to make it slightly smaller and tilt it this way, just to make it look as if it's kind of broken. And there we go. Perfect. So you've got this little feature here, which is not too bad, and then benches all the way around. So I'm just going to copy them and have them on this side as well. And this acts as a nice little retreat for our guests when they're tired of rides and they just want to hang out and enjoy the scenery. Let's add a couple of bins as well. Nice. Okay, perfect. So what I was thinking of now, I mean, I'll leave the stalls as they are, but maybe add a bathroom block or a toilet block, because we don't have one of these yet in this area. We only have the restaurant for people to relieve themselves, and it's not, that's not good. Okay, so do we have a custom made toilet? Anything? Nope, don't think so. Right, create custom. Let's go on toilets and add a couple of these here. I think if I just put one here and then another one right next to it, and then let's have a look at what we have to play with. Something of a shell that we can use to cover this up. Okay. So we've got everything here. I think I did quite like the Viking windmill. I'm not too sure whether I want it here or maybe along the river somewhere. Ooh, what's this? So that's another village, isn't it? So many cool stuff that we can use. Oh yeah, it's got its own little bench area. Ah, nice. Okay, and you've got place to put shops in as well. So maybe we can have this here as well. Why not? Let's have a look and see if I can add it over onto this green bit there. So if I do this, intersecting train. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So let's check this out. Isn't that beautiful? Right, so you've got benches and it could just be like a little shell for restaurant. And a little bar area as well. Okay, we were going to do toilets, but I've just discovered this little beauty, so why don't we just go ahead and add a couple of food courts. Let's go with chief beef. I think we've got too much sophistication going over there with the sushi and vegan area, so I think we kind of need some old grub. Let's go with chief beef. I think chief beef is a must. I'm not sure now, with all this foliage, I'd be able to put anything in. Can I just click on advanced move? Where is it gone? There we go. Where is it? There we go. Right. So I'm just going to end up using advanced move for this because the foliage is not going to let me work in peace. Right. So let's just bring it to the right and then up a little bit. Do we need to rotate it? I think ever so slightly to the right. That's perfect, I think. And then slightly to the left, back a bit so we can see a little bit of the counter. I think we may need to rotate it a little bit more as well, just a touch. There we go. Can never get it too perfect. I think this should do it. Right, and if we go ahead and open it, chief beef is up and... Ooh, no power. Okay, we're gonna have to add a power facility. Right, so where are we? We're over here. Okay, I'm just gonna add a power facility right here, and then a power generator. Well, a power distributor. There we go. Perfect. Right, what else? So we've got chief beef. I think we can do a drink stall. So Cosmic Cow Milkshake, we've got that over the beach area. We might go with the traditional Gulpy soda shop. We've got latte counter over opposite this anyway. Pip shot, juice counter, juice shop, and then what else? We've got soda lightful shop and slush hour. Let's go with soda lightful. We need carbonated drinks right next to the chief beef, don't we? Right. Okay, back onto advanced move if I can. And bring it round again. This is perfect. I think this will be a nice little addition to our Viking themed food court area. We do want shops as well. I am going to add like souvenir shops and hats. Fantastic, maybe loony balloons. Want to see some Viking balloons in this area. Okay, I think this might do it. Can I bring it up? No, no need. And back a little bit. Slightly to the left. And there we go. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and open this as well. There we go, guys. So check this. We have got a fully fledged, up and running food court. All Viking themed. I don't know what this little sign is for. It just has a... It's kind of like a butcher's or something. But we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Right. And then you've got a little bar area here as well. So not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and connect this with the rest of our park. I might actually change the pavement or the path system in here. I think it's a different cobblestone, isn't it? It's stone shot path, right? We want rustic. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. That fits the theme nicely. And we've got the rails. I don't mind the rails, actually. It's not too bad. Right. Okay, so we've got chief beef and so delightful over in this corner. And we've got these open counters for some sophistication. We've got benches here. A little bit of a centerpiece. What else can we do? Right, yeah, I was looking for a shelf for the toilet, so let's go ahead and get that. So you've got these basic ones, which is fine. And then you've got this big one. What does this do? Can I have... Oh, I can make this. I can definitely put this in. Let's see if this works. Can I... Just want to make sure... Let's do advanced move again because it's going to be crazy us trying to add this on top of the toilet blocks without fudging it up. Right. This is better. So I want that to be in the center. And just want to make sure that the toilet blocks are not sticking out. I think that just might be perfect. Let's bring it out a little bit more so the pillars or those stones are just over the pavement or the path there. Right. Bring it up. Nice. Oh, okay. That's not going to work because the ground level doesn't work with us, so we might need to just bring it down just so that it's sitting on the ground instead of floating. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, so no toilet blocks are sticking outside of the boundary. And then we've got this. Perfect, let's go. So we have our toilet block, guys. And doesn't that look pretty? Right, let's go ahead and connect the toilets as well with the path. Just want to reduce the size. I think stick to 4. Yeah, there's going to be a slight ramp there. But that's okay, we can live with that. Here we go. Perfect. Bit dark here. Let's just use a torch there. Right. Yeah. Not too shabby. Right. We're getting there. Our Viking themed area is looking very nice. Very nice indeed. So it's kind of out of the way. But, you know, as soon as guests sort of exit River Rapids, they'll have this open area to hang around in. And we've got a nice little corner, I think. Might add a tree here. This is looking very, very silly. Right, what tree can we add? Create custom trees. I want to Okay, there's no Viking themed trees. That's okay. I want something like a pine tree. Black spruce tree, maybe? Ooh, what about this one? Small. Okay, small will do. Let's cover this up. Just to give it that nice little scenery, nice little greenery, I guess. Fill the gaps with the trees. Let's go ahead and do some here as well. So if I do medium here, we've got a couple of trees there. Nice. A couple of trees there. Nice bit of greenery all around. Although I'm not sure this now because you've got bamboo sticking out of there. But that was a blueprint that I picked up. Kind of goes, I guess. Right, so that's a good starting point for the Viking area for sure. And what I do want to do is we looked at that windmill, didn't we? And can we add a windmill somewhere around the river? So these are all shells. Let's go ahead and narrow it down again to the Viking theme. There we go, scenery, Vikings. Okay, I have a lovely couple of windmills sitting around. So we've got this one, and we have this one. I think by the river, this one might look better. Yeah, so you've got this one, which is a bit more realistic, and this one is a bit more medieval type, a bit more built up. I think that might work as a shop or maybe a station. This would look nicer next to the river. So let's go ahead and plonk that somewhere. I think maybe over on this side. So we've got the roller coaster station right on this, right opposite, so guests can admire the views from there. I might actually bring this down or up a little bit so the rocks are in the water. Let's go ahead and use advanced move again and bring this out like this, and then like this. So I want the rocks to be sticking out. I'm gonna bring it down ever so slightly. You've got a ladder that's going nowhere, which is fine. It could act as a escape route if the river rapids ever got broken down or stuck. You know, guests can sort of jump out and climb the ladder. I think over here is perfect. There we go. This kind of adds scenery to our river rapids ride as well, doesn't it? Just over through the tunnel, and then you've got a giant windmill to look at, which is always nice. Who doesn't like windmills, eh? Perfect. Okay, can I line up anything else next to the river? What else do we have over here? So we've got loads of buildings. Just want something along the river. I'm not sure if there is anything. I'm sure we'll come across something as we're going along. Right, so our ride is filling up, guys. Look at that. Look how popular it is. I'm just so pleased that, look, you know, the prestige. Oh, there we go. It's gone back to 5 stars. So I don't know why it went down, but it has gone up. So this is probably the most highly rated ride in our park. So we've got 5-star rating. Base ride experience plus 861. Look at that scenery bonus, 164 out of 500. That's good. And we'll add more scenery. I want to cover up the station as well. So this will definitely improve. And one thing I also want to do is add a photo kiosk. We don't actually have a photo on this ride, photo opportunity on this ride. So I want to add cameras, maybe. Let's go ahead and do that now, shall we? So click on that station again, and I think it's under scenery, customize, attach scenery. Oh no, it's under this add-ons chain link. Okay, so we need add ride photo camera, and I want to be able to pick the best part. So if I just go along the track here, it will tell me on the right whether it's a good area to have a photo taken, and you want everything to be in green, really. You kind of want it the best available section. So at the start of the ride was good, just there where the drop is. That's looking good. But I want to check out if we can do it slightly later. This is a good one as well. And can we maybe have it where the path is slightly straight? No. This is where the rating starts to dip. And then what about the end of the ride? What about here? Not too bad. I think I might still... Ooh, actually, what about here? There we go, look. The only problem is it's like all twisty and I don't know if the photos are going to come out nice. Let's go ahead and put it here, just at the beginning of the ride. I know it's not very common for ride photos to be right at the beginning of the roller coaster, but look, who's complaining? It's going to be a good photo and the guests will love it. So let's just do it right there. Look at that, excitement 10, because that's where the drop is. So let's go ahead and add a photo there. Continue, and then there's our camera. It kind of tells me as well if I rotate it whether it's going to be what the photo is going to look like. I think I need to rotate it completely. Do I not? I can't really see anyone. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right, so if I have it like this, and... No, let's just keep it the way it was. Can I zoom out? Camera distance? Right. Yeah, there we go. I think that might just look perfect. So if I just rotate it ever so slightly more, you should be able to capture... I want to be able to capture more people. I think we're the wrong way around. So if I just turn it this way... I just thought that we were wrong way around. There we go. Look. That's better. So now bring it to the right slightly. Just straighten it up. And then we can reduce the distance size as well. There we go. So you've got a clear picture of at least the front row. I don't think I can adjust any more. So car one, this is the sort of picture you're going to get. But you have to be in the front row for it, which is a shame. Okay. I guess if you want your picture taken, you better join the queue first. I wonder if you can move it a little bit more. Okay. It's fine here. Where is the camera? I can't see it. There it is. So, can I move? Right, let's just confirm placement. And can I move it a little bit more? Just, no, not that. I've ended up clicking the tree. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that tree because it's blocking the path anyway. And that tree. Right, I'm trying to get hold of this camera. Right, it's not going to do it, is it? I don't know what I'm clicking on. No, it didn't work. Right, let's go back on that and then edit camera placement. So this is where our best photo is going to be. So if I move it back a little bit more, just a touch. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't actually make our ratings go any crazier. So let's continue that. And then I think what I want to do, my plan is to have more people into the photo, which I don't think I'd be able to do it due to the way the coaster is. It's just going to have to be the front row, which is fine. I think we're okay with that. So people will just need to join the queue first and make sure they're sitting in the first row for a perfect photo op. Right, what do we want? We need a photo kiosk. So let's go ahead and build that. Where do we want this? So we've got the exit over there, and we kind of want it next to the exit or somewhere nearby. I think if we do that just around this side. Look at this tower. Does this look good? Yeah, very medievally. Not bad though. Why can't we have this? Yay, let's do it. So, oh, I got rid of it for no reason whatsoever. I do like that tower. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, advanced move. Bring it here. There we go. Can you hear the screams on the ride, guys? Yeah, we'll take you on there in a minute. Let's just do a bit of more theming work. There we go. Bring it forward and up. Forward and up. I am going to get rid of that door. I'm just going to end up deleting it. So I think we're good. I'm kind of going in blind because of the door. I'm not too sure where the front of the kiosk is. Let's go ahead and place this anyway, and then can I just get rid of the door? Do I need to... Oh, there we go. Right. So can I not just select one? It's not going to let me. If I delete that... Oh, right. Okay, it gets rid of the whole thing. Okay. No problem. Leave it like this, and then maybe we can have a wall covering that. We don't need the door, although it did look nice. So where can I find that stonework thing? There we go. That'll do, I think. It kind of makes it go a bit glitchy. Look at that. Because the walls are not snapped properly. But hey, I'm not going to be looking at it and staring at it all day long. So we're fine. And then make a path to connect it. Look at that. So I'm only ever going to be looking at it from this angle, aren't we? So this tower here works perfectly for the photo kiosk. So let's go ahead and open that. It's not connected, so I'm going to connect it to the ride. It's for this ride. Confirm. And let's go ahead and open that. Perfect. So now we should have people queuing up for their photos. Look at that. And you've got nice background with people's photos there already. Look at this guy. This one on the right there, look. And him. Oh, they're loving it, aren't they? These are crazy. Right, I don't think anyone will be buying those. Okay, so we've got our tower there with photo kiosk. A nice little windmill there in the distance. And then you've got a food court with seating area. So very happy so far with our Viking theme. It is looking very nice indeed. There we go. Perfect. So look at that. The whole roller coaster pretty much stretches the length of this river there. Not bad, is it? It's a true hypercoaster. And is it getting busy? It's getting there. Not too many people, but you've got a bit of a queue. So let's go ahead and add a station coaster. That's what I wanted to build as well. So if I look into blueprints and check out what we have to play with. So we've got a couple of archways. These things we can definitely use. I think we can use the archway for the queue area. So if I add this, look at that. Okay, so if I do something like this, I think I might just do it at an angle, or maybe here. That's fine. It kind of is, you know, welcoming people to a ride. So if I just plonk that there, so we've got a little archway, and we can always label it something. I am thinking of calling our ride Odin's Flight. I don't know why, but it sounds good. So what else can we do? Right, add this to cover our queuing area. I think maybe... Oh, it's not as big as I thought. It's quite small, isn't it? Look at this. This archway. Okay, so what else Should we have anything else that we can add? This is definitely a station coaster. I've used this for the river rapids for sure. What else? What's this? This is for the guest facilities. And any other shelves that we can use for our station? I don't think we can. What's this? Oh right, okay, so this is a station. Quite basic, isn't it? Which is not too bad. We can do basic. How does this look? It's gonna have to be kind of merged in like this. And it's the wrong way around, isn't it? Okay. This looks good as well. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm gonna try a couple of these and see what fits. And we'll go from there. And there you have it. We have a roller coaster station. So what I've done is pretty much use the same building that we used for the river rapids. And I've kind of been lazy but very clever, if I say so myself. So all I did was, well, the building stopped up to here. So all I did was pretty much copied this pole and brought it down here and did it across the sides. So it kind of looks like an extended building. Looks okay, I think. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a tweak there with the existing roller coaster station that we had, and then I've also added this archway to cover our guests when they are waiting. Well, cover them from the sun when they're waiting in the queue. So that looks nice as well. And then we've got music. Can you hear that? Get everyone in the mood, right? As they approach Odin's flight. This is an epic roller coaster in my opinion, and we are shortly about to ride it. But look at this, guys. Doesn't that look amazing? I think our Viking area is coming along nicely, and I do want to add bits around here for sure. I might add a village or something just to give it a bit more of a populated feel. Let's have a look now if I can add one quickly. So if I go on scenery again, I think we did see something, didn't we? We saw a village scene, something similar to what we've already used in the shops, in the food court area. Right, I think it's here somewhere. So yeah, we used the Viking nature scene 3 for the food court bit, but I think this is what I'm aiming for. Look at that. So this right opposite the roller coaster, right next to the windmill, is going to look epic. Let's just do it on this side. I'm not sure whether actually move it on the right. Yeah, I'm not sure whether the guys on the river rapids would be able to see this ride, this scenery, but our guests on the roller coaster will definitely see this. So if I just push it back a little bit, bring it to the left to align with the trees on the left there, and look at this, guys. Check this out. Amazing, right? It kind of gives us that Viking village feel now. Epic. I'm impressed with this. Let's have a look and see if we've got animatronics. See, I'm getting carried away now. Do we have any Viking animatronics that we can use? I think this is pretty much it. Clear all filters. Yeah, I don't think we've got much. I think these bits are the only ones, like this fiery dragon statue, and I think there's a blacksmith musical hammer statue there. We might use that for our mine train that we want to do. I think that will be next in the next episode. I am planning to do that, kind of like a gold mine train but Viking themed, and we'll also add scenery around that as well. So I think I'm happy with that for now. Just have a little look here. People are slowly coming through, trying to ride a roller coaster, and then if we go across to the restaurant area and the food court area, Oh, you've got this little bridge there as well, which I mentioned or showed you guys earlier. Then you've got this nice little restaurant all the way down, and then we've got this food court area, which is not busy at all. Wonder why? Is it because we're selling sushi and vegan stuff over here, and they're not as popular? Who knows? We've got toilet blocks here, so I'm hoping people will come and use our toilets. And then you've got this little seating area as well with chief beef and I think it was so delightful. Yeah, there we go. And then over to our river rapids. Doesn't that look amazing? I think I'm pleased with our Viking area for today's episode. We've made some great progress. We've got a nice little village going with a nice, gigantic hypercoaster, and our river rapids ride, which isn't popular just yet, but I'm hoping maybe it's too long, but we can always tweak it and see how we can make it more popular. Right, perfect. So I think this is it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and joining me. I do appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been giving by watching my videos, and I do hope that you enjoy them. They are meant to be a nice, relaxing, nothing too thrilling, or we're not trying to conquer the world in these episodes. It's just more to have a chill time together, where you can just relax and get entertained, hopefully. And I certainly enjoy them. So it's always good fun if you all enjoy them, isn't it? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm going to leave you with some cinematic shots of our Viking area and also, of course, Odin's flight. How can we forget? So I want you guys to ride Odin's flight as well as we say goodbye today. But in the next episode, I think I am going to go ahead with doing a Viking themed gold mine roller coaster, something that goes through caves and tunnels, and we'll do a lot of epic scenery around that as well. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for supporting. You watching these videos obviously helps the channel grow, and if you are able to subscribe and like them as well, that would help and mean a lot to me. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the ride.